The RE franchise was in a weird place.
Bruh.
RE4 was such a global sensation that Capcom decided every game after that should be it and more action focused. And as you can imagine, this backfired and took the franchise into a strange direction. A strange direction that most people didn't like. The franchise needed a savior, and that savior was
Welcome to the family, son.
RE7, with no exaggeration, saved the franchise, being one of the most successful games under the Resident Evil umbrella. Just like RE4 revolutionized the series with its new over-the-shoulder camera angle, RE7 did the same, but with the first-person perspective. It took the series back to its roots, with the Baker Mansion acting as a large, segmented play area that allowed for backtracking and some puzzle solving. This was a huge return to the original formula after the linear main games that were RE4, 5, and 6. The game is extremely atmospheric, the enemies unrelenting and dangerous, some very light puzzles that are still a bit engaging, and all in all, a welcome change in direction. The game follows Ethan, a brand new protagonist who receives a video message from his long-lost wife telling him she's in Louisiana and to stay away. A lost wife sending a message to her estranged spouse. Where have I heard that one before? Upon reaching the mansion, Ethan faces many adversities and the nightmare that is the Baker family. The Bakers are a deranged lot that kidnaps surrounding people, torturing them and possibly eating them. I know, pretty grim stuff. Ethan's objective is to get his wife and escape from the house. Problem is, his wife is now infected and basically has a split personality, with one personality considering herself part of the family and the other one trying to escape back to Ethan. Upon entering, he finds out it's not going to be so easy because the family is not completely human. If we're gonna start anywhere, we'll have to start with my main man, Jack Baker. Jack is the head of the family and also an invincible pursuer that chases you throughout most of your playtime. The best thing that you can do to him is temporarily disable him. Second, there's Marguerite. She's possibly the scariest member of the family, aesthetically at least. And she has bugs flying all around her which she can control. Lucas, their son, is the most unhinged of the lot, taking pleasure from torturing and experimenting on their captives. There's Evelyn, the grandmother, sitting in her wheelchair and watching you everywhere you go. Last but not least, there's Zoe, Jack and Marguerite's daughter, that's trying to help Ethan escape for some reason. There are also weaker enemies called Molded, which are captives that have somehow been transformed into these molded monsters. They're fairly easy to deal with, but can be fatal if there's multiple. This being the first-person entry in the franchise, they knocked it out of the park. There is a lot of weapon variety, including knives, pistols, shotguns, flamethrowers, grenade launchers, and much, much more. The weapons have just enough firepower, you get just the right amount of ammo, and the enemies have just enough health to be as intimidating or as weak as the lore needs them to be. For example, when dealing with Jack within the mansion, your best option is to just run away and juke him out as he tries to pursue you, because you'll just waste your bullets trying to put him down just for him to get back up in a few minutes. When dealing with the Molded, however, the best play is to be conservative with ammo and kill them if you get a feeling they're going to catch up or gang up on you. The inventory system is expanded from the previous games, as you can not only craft healing items, but can also craft ammunition if you find the right ingredients. Most of the weapons you can find are optional, meaning you'll miss them if you don't explore enough, making the weapons you do find all the more rewarding. There are 3 story-focused DLCs in RE7, which add a lot of depth to the story. First one being Daughters, a prequel to the Baker's Infection. End of Zoe is the second one, a DLC played as the badass Joe Baker, or Jack's brother. After finding Zoe sick and unconscious, he goes on a rampage tearing everything and everyone he finds with his bare hands in search of a cure. Third DLC is Not a Hero, played as a juiced up Chris Redfield on a mission to apprehend Lucas Baker. The other DLC is the Banned Footage DLC, which contains multiple game modes separate from the main story. All in all, RE7 was no doubt a good addition to the franchise that not only brought a lot of old fans back, but also exposed the games to a new audience. If you stayed this long, please consider subscribing, leave a like, comment on what you want to see next. It helps a lot, and until next time, goodbye.